Hello everyone, Scooty007 here bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game we have the 4-4 Cincinnati Reds taking on the 4-3 Milwaukee Brewers. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Reds and the Brewers. Cincinnati has won game 1. They are looking to go up 2 games, but the Brewers are looking to... But will the Brewers be able to tie the series up? We'll find out. And here is the starting lineup for the Cincinnati Reds. Leading off, the center fielder, Corey Patterson. Batting second, the third baseman, Ryan Frill. Batting third, the right fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the second baseman, Brandon Phillips. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Adam Dunn. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Jeff Kippinger. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Scott Hattenberg. Batting eighth, the catcher, Javier Valentin. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Josh Frog. On the mound for the Brew Crew, it is David Bush. Comes into the game with a 4.0 ERA. No wins, 1 loss, 9 innings pitched, allowed 10 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 4 walks. We're here at Miller Park, which gives a +2 to strikeouts and a +1 to walks. Nothing to home runs. Corey Patterson ready, steps up into the batter's box. He's batting a 115. Here's the pitch. And we're off and running, 2-1. That's going to be a blank. 4-2. That's going to be a pop-up to Weeks. And that is out number 1. Ryan Frill batting a 158. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 5-1. That's a hit by pitch. That's a 10. David Bush adds a +5 to hit by pitch. The 13 is too high. 1-4. That's going to be a base hit past Braun. And Ryan Frill is on with a base hit. Infield double play depth as Ken Griffey Jr. steps up to bat. He's batting a 429. Strategy roll is a 5. Infield double play. Here's the pitch. 6-3. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 10. That's a 9. Struck him out. So 1 away, 2 away, infield at normal depth, and that's going to bring up Brandon Phillips. Phillips batting a 269. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 7. 5-1 hit by pitch. That's an 11. That's a +5. That's a 9. And he got hit by the pitch. So runners on first and second as Brandon Phillips takes first on that hit by pitch. Adam Dunn up now. Dunn is batting a 345. Strategy roll is a 16. Here's the pitch. 5-6 possible error. 6-2 ground ball to fielder. Error rating is a 5. Fielder's error rating is on a 1 to 9. That's a 5. That's an error. And that's a 1 base error as he boots the ball. And that loads the bases up for Jeff Kippinger. Kippinger batting a 273. Strategy roll 11. Here's the pitch. That is going to be 3-4. That's going to be a walk. That's a 7. That's a 3. And that is a walk. And everyone moves up 90 feet, and that's going to bring in a run. And the Reds go up 1-0. Strategy roll 1 as Scott Hattenberg steps up to the batter's box. He's batting a 455. We have a steal attempt. And that is a 10. Stolen base is a 1. And he got caught stealing home. And that is going to end the inning there. No, 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Leading off, the second baseman, Ricky Weeks. Batting second, the center fielder, Gabe Gross. Batting third, the first baseman, Prince Fielder. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Ryan Braun, in the cleanup position. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Bill Hall. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Corey Hart. Batting seventh, the shortstop, J.J. Hardy. Batting eighth, the pitcher, David Bush. And batting ninth, the catcher, Jason Kendall. On the mound for the Reds, it is Josh Frog, who comes into the game with a 5.40 ERA. No wins, 1 loss, 5 innings pitched, so that's 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. And with that, Weeks is batting at .226. Here's the first pitch. And 5-4, that's a blank. 2-2, and that's going to be a pop-up to Phillips. Out number 1. Gabe Gross up. He's batting a .222. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-6. That's a strike. That's a 12. That's a 5. Struck him out. And that is going to bring up Prince Fielder. 2 outs, nobody on. Fielder batting a .407. Here's the pitch. 1-2, strikeout. That's a 12. That's a 7. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. After 1, it's Cincinnati 1, Milwaukee nothing. We go to the top of the second, and it's Scott Hattenberg, Xavier Valentine, and Josh Frog due up for the Reds. Scott Hattenberg batting a .455. Here's the pitch. 2-1 blank. 6-4 double star. Ground ball to Weeks. Takes it, flips it over to Fielder for out number 1. Xavier Valentine batting a .333. Here's the pitch. 2-4. That's going to be a strike. That's a 12. That's a 1. Struck him out. Josh Frog steps up. And he's had 2 at-bats in 2 games. So nothing on his ERA. His average, 3-3. Home run chance on a 1. The 13 is too high. 6-6, that's going to be a double pass Hart. And Josh Frog gets on with a double. 2 outs. Runner on first. We go to the top of the order. And that's going to bring up Corey Patterson, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Strategy roll 13. Infield at normal depth. Two-one blank. 4-3, ground ball to Weeks. And that is out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Ryan Braun, Bill Hall, and Corey Hart due up for the Brewers. Here's the pitch to Ryan Braun. Braun batting a .345. 5-5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Miller Park. 3-6, ground ball to Kippinger. And that's out number 1. Bill Hall batting a .240. Here's the pitch. 1-5 blank. 1-3. And that is going to be a ground ball to Hattenberg. And that is out number 2. Corey Hart batting a .100. Here's the pitch. Hart, 6-6. That's a strike. That's an 11. The 14 is too high. 4-5. Ground ball to Kippinger, who takes it, throws it over to first. Kippinger throws it over to Hattenberg for out number 3, retiring the side. So it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Easy inning to score. After 2, Cincinnati 1, Brewers nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd. It's Ryan Field, Ken Griffey Jr., and Brandon Phillips due up for the Reds. And here's the pitch to Ryan Field. Field 1-for-1 with a run scored. 6-4. That's going to be a strike. 10-16. Too high. 2-5. Ground ball to Fielder. And that's out number 1. That's going to bring up Ken Griffey Jr. Griffey 0-for-1 on the day with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. 3-4. That's going to be a walk. 14-20 is too high. Griffey 5-1. Double star 5. Ground ball to Hardy. And that is out number 2. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Brandon Phillips. Phillips 0 for 0, 6-2. That's going to be a blank. 2-3. That's going to be a ground ball to Weeks. And that is out number 3. So the Brew Crew make easy work of the Reds. It's 3-up, 3-down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's J.J. Hardy, Dave Bush, and Jason Kendall due up. Hardy batting a .318. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 5-6. That's going to be a walk. That's a 9. The 13 is too high. 3-4. Fly ball to Griffey. Out number 1. And that's going to bring up Dave Bush. Bush batting a 1,000. Here's the pitch. 5-1 strike. That's a 21. That's a 1. Struck him out. 2 away. That's going to bring up Jason Kendall. Kendall batting a .286. Here's the pitch. 6-3. Hit by pitch. That's a 20. That's a 3. And that's a hit by pitch. Jason Kendall is on base. We go to the top of the order. Ricky Weeks up. Weeks is 0-for-1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 15. 1-1. Wild pitch. That's going to be a 1. And that's going to move up Kendall to second. So Weeks, here's the pitch. 1-4. Ground ball to Hattenberg. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And 1 left on. We go to after 3. It's Cincinnati 1, Milwaukee nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Adam Dunn, Jeff Kippinger, and Scott Hattenberg due up for the Reds. Dunn 0-for-1. The pitch. 5-4. That's going to be a walk. That's a 20. That's a 6. That's in range. And they lead off with walking Adam Dunn. So we have a hit and run for Jeff Kippinger. Infield going to come in. Hit and run. Now, on a hit and run, all ground double plays get a -2. All base run ratings get a +2. All home run and walks for the batter are cut in half, rounded down. All lineouts, so if we hit like 3-1 on his card or 1-4, anything with an L in there, it's going to count as a double play. And if the batter strikes out, we resolve it as normal. The only exception is if it comes up an error. 1-3 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Miller Park for the play. 1-6, double star 6, fly ball or Gross. And that is out number 1. with a runner on first. So 1 out, infield coming into double play depth as Scott Hattenberg comes up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy roll 10. Here's the pitch. 4-6 at the ballpark. 3-4. Single to Gross. And on a 0, that's going to hold Adam Dunn. Hattenberg will get the hold sign on that. And nobody advances. So, runners on first and second. As that brings up Xavier Valentin. Valentin 0 for 1, struck out his last time up. Strategy roll 9, the Reds holding off. Here's the pitch. 3-4, that's going to be a walk. That's a 12. That's a 6. And the bases are loaded as Josh Frog steps up to the box. And they're going to let Frog bunt. They're going for a bunt here. Here's the pitch. 5-4. That's going to be a walk. Frog is 1 for 1 with a double, by the way. And the Reds go up 2-0 now. Because a walk just makes everyone move up 90 feet, and we go to the top of the order. Corey Patterson 0 for 2. Bases are still loaded. Strategy roll 3 with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Patterson. Patterson 6-2. Walk plus. Now with a walk plus, we add 10. That's a 16. We're going to add actually an 11, so that's where we get the 16. And that's a 4. And that's going to be another walk around. So with another walk, that is going to load the bases up once again. Ryan Field comes up. Squeeze play time. And that's going to bring up Ryan Field. Field is 1 for 2 with a run scored. And that is going to be 6-4. That's going to be a strikeout. The lead runner is thrown out. Hitter safe at first. So with that, Xavier Valentin will try to come home. And they get him out. And the runner is safe at first. So Frog will advance to second. Frog to third. Patterson to second. And everyone else moves up on that. All right, 2 outs, runners on second and third, and that's going to bring up Ken Griffey. Griffey is 0 for 2 in the day with a strikeout. Strategy roll 12. Here's the pitch. 3-2, range play at Miller Park. 1-5, HR8. Gross's range is a 1. That's a 6. And that is going to be a double because the home run check failed. That's an 11. It needed to be an 11 or less. That's a 12. And that becomes a double. And he scores 2 runs on that at Griffey. Brings home Josh Frog and Corey Patterson. The Reds now have a 5-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. And that is going to bring up Brandon Phillips. Phillips is 0 for 1 on the day. Strategy roll 1. Here's the pitch. 2-2 range play. 1-6, that's going to be a single past Wiki Weeks. Weeks range is a 1-3. That's a 1. Makes the play. Tosses it over to fielder for out number 3. 4 runs, 2 hits, and no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Gabe Gross, Prince Fielder, and Ryan Braun due up for the Brewers. Here's the pitch to Gabe. Gabe is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 1-3. Home run chance. That's an 11. That's a 9. And that ball is out of here. Solo home run for Gabe Gross. And hits it dead center out of the ballpark. And that puts the Brewers up on the board 5-1 now. A solo home run by Gabe Gross. And all Patterson can do is just watch that ball go. Prince Fielder up. Fielder is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. 2-1 range play at Miller Park. 5-4. Home run 7. That's to Dunn. That's an 18. That's an 8. And that's another solo home run past Dunn. And that ball is gone. Another solo home run for Prince Fielder. And it's now 5-2 Brewer. 5-2 Reds. And that's going to bring up Ryan Braun. No outs. Ryan Braun up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 2-5 range play. 3-1 line drive to Phillips. Phillips' range is on a 1-3. That's a 4. It got past him. And that is going to be a base hit. Whoop. Hold on. Hold on. I'm clicking things here. So, Braun, we're going to do that reroll because I completely screwed. I clicked on something I shouldn't have. So, that is going to be 2-3. And that struck him out. So, 1 out, and that's going to bring up Bill Hall on a rewind play there because I clicked on something I shouldn't have. And I clicked on a pickoff. Bill Hall up. Bill Hall is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be for 5. Home run. That's a 10. That's a 7. And that's a solo home run for Bill Hall. And it's now 5-3. And the Brewers have scored 3 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. All solo home runs. 1 from Gabe, 1 from Prince, and 1 from Bill Hall. And that's going to bring up Corey Hart. Hart 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 5-5 at the ballpark. We're going to go to Miller Park. And that's going to be 2-3. Double star 4. Ground ball to Frill. And that is out number 2. Jay Hardy up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 5-1 strikeout. That's an 11. That's a 9. Struck him out. So 3 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. After 4, it's Cincinnati 5, Brewers 3. We go to the top of the 5th. It is Adam Dunn, Jeff Kippinger, and Scott Hattenberg due up for the Reds. Adam Dunn, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch. 6-4 strikeout. That's a 16. That's a 15. Struck him out. Jeff Kippinger up. Kippinger 0 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 3-1, possible error on a ground ball. 3-2, and that's going to be a fly ball to Hart. Out number 2. Scott Hattenberg up, and Dave Bush can face one more batter before he's tired. Hattenberg 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. 2-2 range play. And that is going to be 5-3. Ground ball back to Bush. Bush ranges on a 1-3. And that is a 3. Makes the catch. And he takes the hit away. No runs, no hits, and no errors. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning as we go to the bottom of the 5th. It is Dave Bush, Jason Kendall, and Ricky Weeks due up. All right, here's the pitch to Dave Bush. Bush is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 1-5 blank. And that is going to be 3-5. Question mark 8. That is going to be a double. And with that, Dave Bush leads off with a double. All right, we have a sack play coming up. And here's the pitch to Jason Kendall. Kendall hasn't had anything on the day so far, I don't believe. Nope. 2-5 range play. And that is a successful range by Sky Hattenberg. The lead runner thrown out. And the hitter safe at first. So, with that, Kendall is out at first. Bush goes to scoring position. And that is going to go to the top of the order as Ricky Weeks comes up. Weeks is 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 3. 3-5. Question mark, double star on a 1. The 13 is too high. 6-3, ground ball to Frill. Are they going to try to score him? No. So they're not sending him. They're going to leave him at third. It's 2 outs with a runner in scoring position as Gabe Gross comes up. Gross is 1 for 2. With a home run, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. Strategy roll 15. Here's the pitch. 3-6. Error and a possible throw. 2-5. Ground ball to Phillips. Error rating is a 2. That's a 19. No error there. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors after 5. It's Cincinnati 5, Milwaukee Brewers 3. We go to the top of the 6th. It is Xavier Valentine, Josh Frog, and Corey Patterson due up for the Reds. And that is going to do it for Dave Bush as they make that call to the bullpen for the Brewers. And they're going to bring in Derek Turnbull. Derek Turnbull comes into the game with a 37.06 ERA. 1 2/3 innings pitched without 7 hits, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. All right, here's the pitch. Real quick, we're going to take a look at the stats here. David Bush went 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch. An ERA of a 5.14. So he's going to have to face off against Xavier Valentin, Josh Frog, and Corey Patterson. Here's the pitch to Xavier Valentin. Valentin is 0 for 1 on the day with a walk and a strikeout, 1-1. Possible error on a ground ball. 5-5 double star to Hall. Ground ball is errors on a 1 15. That's an 8. That's a ground ball error. And Hall boots it for a 1 base error. Valentin on with a base hit. So that's going to bring up Josh Frog. And let's take a look here at Frog's rate. He can face one more batter. The question is, they are going to let him take the hit. It's a pickoff attempt. Pickoff, that's an 8-0 there. Strategy rolls 20. Infield coming into double play depth. Here's the pitch. 3-3. That is a base hit. And with that, runners now on first and second. We go to the top of the order. Infield coming in. We go to the top. Corey Patterson 0 for 2 with a walk, a run scored, and an RBI sacrifice play. Here's the pitch. 5-3, walk plus, that's a 16, that's a 4. All right, walked him. The bases are loaded. Ryan Frill comes up, the pickoff attempt. That's a 9, but Derek does not pick off anybody. Infield, normal depth. Here's Ryan Frill. Frill is 1 for 3 on the day. 1-6, possible error. 4-4, ground ball to Weeks. Error rating is on a 1 to 4. That's a 6. No error there. And are they going to try for the double play? No. So with that, Xavier will score. Frog will go to second. Patterson goes to third. Frog to third. Patterson the second. The out at first. And once again, we have a 20 for a pickoff attempt. 1 out with runners on second and third. Ken Griffey Jr. up. He's batting 1 for 3 with a double, strikeout, and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-6. That's going to be a walk plus. That's a 24. That's an 8, and he loads the bases. Brandon Phillips up. Phillips is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 4-6, that's a blank. And that is going to be 3-3. That is a base hit to Hart. So that's going to score Frog. Patterson will also score. His base run is a 6. The runner will advance. No throw there. From second to home. Corey Hart will advance on a +2. He has a 3. That's a 2, and he will advance. So 2-run score. Reds now lead it 8-3, and that's going to bring up Adam Dunn. Dunn 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Derek Turnbull now tired. 3-1. Home run chance at a 1-7. That's a 20. That's a 7. And that's a 3-run home run by Adam Dunn. And that ball is gone. 3-run home run by Adam Dunn. And that's it down the right-hand side, opposite side of the field. Griffey scores. Phillips scores. Adam Dunn scores. It's 11-3. And that is going to do it. The Brewers making that painful call back to the bullpen. And it is a right-left switch coming up. And they're going to bring in Carlos Ventura. No way, he's got a 4.03 ERA, 6 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, and no walks. He's going to come in to replace Derek Turnbull, who only went 1/3 of an inning, allowed 3 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, and 1 home run, an ERA of a 54.0. Here's the pitch to Jeff Kippinger. Kippinger is 0 for 2 on the day with a walk and an RBI. 5-6, that's going to be a blank. 5-2. Ground ball to fielder. Out number 2. Scott Hattenberg up. Hattenberg is 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2-2 strikeout. That's an 8-18, too high. 3-3, that is a double. And Hattenberg gets on with a double. And that's going to bring up Xavier Valentin. Valentin is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 2-1 strike. That's a 12. That's a 10. Struck him out. And that retires the side. 6 runs on 4 hits with 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Prince Fielder, Ryan Braun, and Bill Hall due up for the Brewers. Josh Frog can face one more batter. They are going to leave him in. Here's the pitch to Prince Fielder. Fielder is batting 1 for 2 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. 2-5 range play. 1-1 ground ball to Kippinger. Kippinger's ranges are 1. That's a 5. He can't get to it in time. That's a base hit. All right, Frog tired. That's going to bring up Ryan Braun. What? Infield double play depth. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls are turned off. 1-1 wild pitch. That's a 5. And that's going to move up Prince Fielder. 1-5 double star. Fly ball out there to Patterson. Out number 1. Fielder will get the hold sign. Bill Hall up. Hall is 1 for 2. Infield normal depth. Here's the pitch. 1-4. That's going to be a strike. That's a 17. That's a 16. Struck him out. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Corey Hart. Hart 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 2-6 home run chance on a 1-7. The 10 is too high. 1-1 fly ball out there to Griffey. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. And 1 left on. We go to the top of the 7 after 6. It's Cincinnati 11. Brewers 3. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Josh Frog, Corey Patterson, and Ryan Friel due up for the Reds. Josh Frog They are not gonna let him take the hit here. They're gonna bring in a pinch hitter, and that's gonna be Danny Reacher to pinch hit. First time we're seeing him in this replay. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 4-5. That's going to be a question mark double star and a 1-3. And that's going to be a ground ball to Ricky Weeks. Out number 1, we go to the top of the order. Corey Patterson. Patterson is 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. They are going to leave. By the way, Carlos Ventura is still going to stay in for this inning. 5-3, and that's going to be a walk plus. That's a 16. The 17 is too high. 3-5, ground ball back to the pitcher. Takes it, throws it over to fielder for out number 2. Ryan Frill up. Frill is 1 for 4. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 3-4. That's going to be a possible error. 4-4, ground ball to to Weeks. Error rating is on a 1-4. That's a 10. No error there. And Sing, take me out to the ball game. So for that, we do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Reds. And they're going to bring in Gary Jaworski. Let's take a look at his card here. So Jared Jaworski comes into the game with an ERA of a 54. Taking a look at the stats here for Josh Frog. Frog went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 3 home runs, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 wild pitch. An ERA of a 4.91 as he comes into the game. He's going to face off against, it's no runs, no hits, no errors, as the Brewers make quick work of the Reds on the top half. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. It's going to be J.J. Hardy, Carlos Ventura, and Jason Kendall due up for the Brew Crew. Taking a look at the box score for this game, Cincinnati off to a great start in the first inning. They score 1 run, 4 runs in the 4th inning. And then they exploded in the 6th to score 6 runs. Milwaukee only scored 3 runs in the 4th inning. So it's Cincinnati right now after 6.5 with 11 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Brewers, 3 runs, 5 hits, and 2 errors. And it's going to be J.J. Hardy, Carlos Ventura, and Jason Kendall due up. Here's the pitch to J.J. And that is going to be 3-4. And that is a base hit. So they are going to let Carlos Ventura take the hit here. It's a runner on first. 3-6. That's going to be a walk. 7, the 14 too high. Infield, by the way, at normal depth. 1-2. Ground ball to Frill. And that is going to advance Hardy. That's a 1. The ground double play is a 0. Hardy will advance. And the out is at first. So with that, that's going to bring up Jason Kendall. Kendall still is 0 for 0 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 4-5. That's going to be a walk. That's an 11. The 14 is too high. 2-5, double star 6. Fly ball out there to Patterson. out number 2. We go to the top of the order. Ricky Weeks up. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. 5-6 strike. That's a 13. That's a 12. Struck him out. And it's no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We go to after 7. It is Cincinnati 11, Brewers 3. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 1 run, no runs, 1 hit, no errors. Top of the 8th, it's going to be Ken Griffey, Brandon Phillips, and Adam Dunn due up. They are going to leave Carlos Ventura in. He can face 4 more batters. 6-1 strikeout. That's a 10. That's a 6. Struck him out. Brandon Phillips up. Phillips is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. With a run, 2 RBIs on the day. And that's going to be 4-1. That's a hit by pitch. That's a 4. That's a 2. Ventura's a -2. And Brandon Phillips is on as he gets hit in the elbow with the pitch. Umpire warning him not to do it, and he also gives the warning to the skippers in both dugouts not to come out. Adam Dunn up. He's 1 for 3 with a home run, a walk, a strikeout, 2 runs, and 3 RBIs on the day. Here's the pitch. Infield double play depth. 2-4, wild pitch. That's a 15. 1-5, ground ball to Ventura. That is going to advance Brandon Phillips to second, and the out is at first. On that. No double play, so it's a fielder's choice. Brandon Phillips will go to second, and that's going to bring up Jeff Kippinger. 2 outs with a runner on second. Runner in scoring position. Kippinger is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. 5-3. That's a blank. 1-6. Ground ball to Weeks. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Gabe Gross, Prince Fielder, and Ryan Braun due up for the Reds. Jeremy Jarosky is done as they are going to get ready as they bring in Francisco. That's a left. Right, they're going to bring in Jeremy Alfred. Yep. They're going to bring in Jeremy to pitch. Jeremy Alfred comes into the game with an ERA of a 15.0. He's pitched 3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 8 strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Jeremy Jaworski. He went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 27. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. He's going to have to face off against Gabe Gross, Prince Fielder, and Ryan Braun due up. Also, they are going to make some changes to the play. Kippinger will come out at shortstop, and they're going to bring in Juan Castro to play shortstop. Patterson coming out at center field. And they're going to go with Norris Hopper to cover that. Griffey going to stay in. They're not going to change that. And here's the pitch to Gabe Gross. Gross is 1 for 3 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. 2-1, strikeout. That's a blank. 1-4, single, pass Hopper. Infield double play death. Prince Fielder up. He's 2 for 3 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. Here's the pitch. 2-2 strikeout. That's a 12. That's a 5. Struck him out. One away, and that's going to bring up Ryan Braun. Braun 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 2-2. That's a strikeout. That's a 10. That's a 2. Struck him out. 2 away. Billy Hall up. Hall 1 for 3 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, RBI. Here's the pitch. 1-4 home run. That's a 12. The 16 too high. Does not go the distance. 5-6. That's a double. All right, we have a 6. The lead runner thrown out, and that's going to end the inning as Gabe Gross. Hopper sees Gross going for home, throws it. The play at the plate. He's out. And that retires the side. No runs. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. After 8, it's Cincinnati 11, Milwaukee Brewers 3. We go to the 9th inning. Will the Brewers hold on to their 8-run lead, or will the Brewers come back for victory? We head to the top of the 9th. It's Scott Hattenberg, Xavier Valentin, and Jeremy Alfred due up. And that is going to do it for Carlos Ventrell. We have a left switch left. I think they're going to bring in Brandon Slouse. Yep, they're going to bring in Brian Slouse. Let's take a look at his card. Slouse comes into the game with only 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no strikeouts, and no walks. Taking a look here at the stats for Carlos Ventrell. He went 2 2/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, an ERA of a 2.91. So he's going to have to face off against Scott Hattenberg, Xavier Valentin, and Jeremy Alfred. Taking a look at the box score real quick. This has been some game. Cincinnati still 11 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Milwaukee 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Cincinnati once again scored in the first, the fourth, and in the sixth. And Milwaukee only scored in the 4th inning. We go to the 9th. Here's the pitch to Scott Hattenberg. Infield staying. The Brewers keeping Brewers keeping the outfield where they are. 1-4. That's a strikeout. That's an 8. The 13 is too high. 6-6, a single pass Gross. And Hattenberg will lead off with a base hit. And with that, it's going to bring up Xavier Valentin. Valentin is 0 for 3 with a walk, 2 strikeouts, runs scored. Here's the pitch. Infield at normal depth, 1-5. That's a blank. 2-6, line drive to Weeks. No double play there, 1 out. Runner on first. Infield double play depth. They're not going to let Jeremy Alfred take the hit here. So Dave Gross is going to come in. So Dave Ross going to come in. It's his first game. Here's the pitch. 5-1 double blank. He's a right-handed pinch hitter. 6-2. That's going to be a single pass broad. And with that, Hattenberg gets the stop sign. And with that, runners on first and second with one out. Infield double play death. Brian Shore tired. And here's the pitch. Hopper Norris batting at 250. Here's the pitch. 4-5. And that's a hit by pitch. That's a 3. That's a -10. That's an 8. Nothing happening there. One out with a run with infield at double play depth. 1-2. Fly ball to Gross. Out number 2. Ryan Frill up. Frill is 1 for 5 with a run and an RBI. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. 1-6. Error and a possible throw. 2-1. Power hit to Gross. That's a 2. That's going to be a single. No error there. Gross's error rating is a 0. That's a 5. And that is going to score Hattenberg. It's 12-3 Reds. And that's going to bring up Ken Griffey. Dave Ross will get the hold sign, as his base run is a 0. Anything less than a 1, and they hold. And that's going to bring up Ken Griffey. Here's the pitch. Griffey is 1 for 4 with a double, a run, a walk, 2 strikeouts, a run, and 2 RBIs. 2-6, wild pitch. That's a 9. Nothing happening there. Passed ball and a 1-2. 5-1, double star 5, ground ball to fielder. And that is out number 3. All right, we go to the bottom of the 9th, and we have a new pitcher on, and that is going to be David Weathers will come in. David Weathers will come in to close out the game. Weathers, 3 1/3 innings, allowed 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, no ERA. It's 1 run, 3 hits, and no errors as we go to the bottom of the 9th. It's going to be Corey Hart, J.J. Hardy, and Brian Schlaus due up for the Brew Crew. Taking a look at the stats for Jeremy. He went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, an 11.25 ERA. Here's the pitch to Corey Hart. Hart 0 for 3 on the day. 6-1, possible error on a ground ball. 3-4, power hit, Hopper. That's a 2. That's going to be a double. No error to Hopper. And runner on second, Corey Hart. Infield normal depth. J.J. Hardy up. 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Runner on second, no outs. 2-1. Strike. That's an 11. That's a 7. Struck him out. Brian Schlaus not taking the hit. They're going to bring in Russell Bryan to come in. Bryan, I think this is the first time we're seeing him. Nope. Yep, 2 games, 1 at bat. This is his first at bat. Russell Bryan, 3-5. Walk plus, that's a 22. That's a 13. Runners on first and second, and that's going to bring up Jason Kendall. Kendall 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 3-5. Walk plus, that's a 21. That's an 11. Bases are loaded, and we go to the top of the order. Ricky Weeks is 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Valentine going to go out there and talk to Weathers on the mound for a little bit, try to calm him down and try to see what we can do to try to see what he can do to help him get out of this bases loaded. Umpire calls him back. Weeks 0 for 4, takes a few practice swings with one strikeout. 5-4. That's a walk. That's a 15. That's a 13. And that scores another run. So, one run is scored, and that's going to be 4-12 Reds. As the bases are loaded, they are going to pull David Weathers, and they're going to bring in Billy Bray to try to end the game here. Billy Bray comes into the game with an ERA of a 15.65. 2 1/3 inning pitch, allowed 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Taking a look at the stats for David Weathers, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. 2.43 ERA. Here's the pitch to Gabe Gross. Gross is 1 for 4 with a home run, a strikeout, and an RBI. 3-2, that's a strikeout, that's a 17, that's a 6. 2 away, and that's going to bring up Prince Fielder. Fielder, 2 for 4 with a home run. 5-1, possible error on a throw, and that's going to be 6-3, double star 2. Fly ball to Griffey. And that's the ball game as Griffey makes the 3rd out. So the Cincinnati Reds defeat the Milwaukee Brewers 12-4. Final line score coming right up. Josh Frog will get the win for the Reds. David Bush will pick up his 2nd loss. Cincinnati defeating Milwaukee 12-4. The Reds, 12 runs on 11 hits, no errors. The Brewers, 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. They picked up a run in the 9th. Home runs, Adam Dunn, 6 home run for the season. Billy Hall will pick up his 3rd home run of the season. Prince Fielder, that's his 2nd of the season. And Gabe Gross picks up his 1st. Josh Frog will get his 1st win. He went 6 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 6 strikeouts, 3 home runs, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 wild pitch. ERA of a 4.91. Billy Bray went 2/3 of an inning, allowed 1 strikeout, and ERA of a 12. Dave Bush picks up his 2nd loss of the season. 5 innings pitched, allowed 4 runs, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, an ERA of a 5.14. So the Reds will go to 5-4, and Milwaukee will go to 4-4. And that's going to do it for us here at Miller Park. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And also don't forget to click that bell notification to be notified of when I go live with the Philadelphia Phillies games in this 2008 replay and Field of Dreams. And also to be notified of when new videos come up. So that's going to do it for us here in Milwaukee. Game 3 between these two coming up. Cincinnati leads the series 2-0. So until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.